Music, it's a time and place thing. It's like certain songs in a certain situation. You're just like, well, I'm willing to do anything right now. I'll jump off a cliff into a big ball of pits, or big pit of balls, but not ball of pits.
Armpits, just ball of piss, like an amalgamation of fucking armpits.
Just fucking swan diving into a bowl of piss.
Good sound. Sounds good.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and whatever you are. Welcome to Good Sounds, the podcast with your boy, Connor Mink. I'm here. I'm talking to you and to two delightful people that should have brought two other delightful people, but it's honestly their fault more than the people that are here. So, what that means is that this is a podcast where we talk about music, have musical artists on, / whoever I want to talk to, because you guys don't get to pick. So today in studio, we have some classic boys, some real good guys, if I were to say so myself. I've known them for quite a bit. It's been a few years. Known the drummer for a while, and he decided to abandon us. So we have the two people he introduced me to. Andy Poulter. How do you pronounce your last name?
Until the end of time, you can pronounce my name however you want.
Andy P. And Jake Rogers. Welcome.
Mine's easy.
Claps.
Hi.
We'll do actually one
Golf
of these.
clap, yeah.
They're here.
I like that.
What's up, everybody? How are you guys doing?
Well enough for now.
Hey.
Not unwell.
I like
no,
that.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
I wasn't even thinking you were gonna say that.
That was good.
It's like it's built in now.
Right.
I didn't actually choose to say that.
More than happy.
Admirable Traits has that like ingrained into our heads.
Yeah.
Whenever we're asked a question like that.
Shout out.
Yeah.
First shout out of the day.
And Mike gets a bag of Flamin' Hot Cheetos every time.
Yeah, good.
Say that's the payment. It's a deal with Cheetos.
Shout out, Mike.
Yeah.
Admirable Traits. Shout out, Mike's Cheetos. I mean, it's a solid snack. Do you know, does he pick the Cheetos, or is it like he's given the Cheetos? Because that's like what they have.
No, it's a mystery every time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They might be Flamin' Hot. They might be regular.
Yeah.
He's expressed he likes the Cheetos mac and cheese.
He does,
hasn't he?
yeah.
Yeah. We have had those discussions for some reason.
Wouldn't those be mac and Cheetos? I feel like you gotta take that branding opportunity. As a marketer myself, no. But we're here not here to talk about Cheetos or fucking Matt or Mike or whatever you just said, because I don't listen to names. Matt and Mike are the same name, actually, so it's okay.
It's biblical, right?
Yeah, right. They're fucking angels or whatever. No, you guys are in a band, right? I've heard that.
Yes.
I've heard that you guys play
lot.
music. Yeah,
He's
you're
in
in a
bands.
few. Are you in several or just one?
I'm just in one.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
He's loyal.
I'm working on some symphonies, some compositions, so keep your eyes peeled, but
Beautiful.
not just yet.
Hell yeah.
But
Jesus. Just hitting mics. I was going to point out the nice wolf behind you. He seemed to enjoy that you make symphonies.
handsome.
He's
gonna like it.
He's part of the band, I heard.
He wants to eat you.
He would, most likely, from what I've heard. I don't know what the fuck's going on with my mic, by
You
the way.
got
I
Nemo
don't know.
back there.
I do? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'd like to,
Found
for
it.
the audience, we picked each other's back things. So, I have, Nemos. They got just wolves and wildlife.
I wanted to put on Platoon, and that's what people do
It
at
would've been
local
good.
shows. They sit upstairs and watch Platoon the whole fucking time.
Right.
Cheers.
So I figured we would do that.
No, I mean, it's a tradition at this point. So,
Yeah.
speaking of which, music's fun. You guys like music, right? So this podcast is all about, we go back into your music histories. So we go back to when you're a little baby boy, or, we'll have women on here eventually. And then it basically goes into what you listen to, what your parents introduced you to now. So give me from the start. Andy, you go first, because you're the front man of this band. And you give me what your parents introduced you to, or, what the introduction of your musical journey was.
Yeah, I one of my earliest memories of me physically putting on somebody else's music and taking it in was actually at my grandparents' house in Florida. My grandma had cassettes in her collection, and it was almost all Neil Diamond, but she had a copy of, it was a bootleg copy, which I was suspect. Like, what the fuck's my grandma been up to? Bootlegging tapes.
Did she record it?
I don't know. I never got to that, but it was
Cool.
Bruce Springsteen's Nebraska, and that's always since that point been one of the most important records to me.
Absolutely.
And
And that was, you were before kindergarten, you would say? Like,
it was probably like in elementary school.
Oh, so you were like, you were on the train of like, I know some words.
Yeah.
I've heard some things.
Yeah.
Not Bruce Springsteen. I haven't heard that before.
Bruce, and they just listen to my mom's records.
Nice.
Big like 60s, 70s singer-songwriter. That's how I got into, Bob Dylan and
old BD.
Tom Petty, and then my dad
TP.
was really loved 80s synth stuff.
That's hard to do an acronym for.
The Cars and The Cure were some of the first that of his music that I had listened to, and then
Hell yeah.
we start meet this dude. We're skateboarding around town, being little assholes, and got into like Blink and Boxcar Racer and
Fuck yeah.
stuff like that.
I remember, actually, I was thinking of it earlier, knowing we're going to do this. The first song we ever played together, and I believe it was "Fuck Forever" by the Baby Shambles.
Oh,
Pete
shit.
Doherty.
Yeah.
And
Shout out.
I think it's the first song we ever like played guitars and like sang
I
together.
haven't heard of the
Pretty cool.
Baby Shambles. Who
Yeah,
is that? What is-
that's probably a good thing.
You
But,
did-
but that song, it did fuck
It
forever.
fucked forever,
It fucked
It
for
continues to fuck.
It
for a
is
finite
correct, yeah.
period of
It is
time.
fucking. That song is
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I like that because it is like those songs like really bring you back to those moments too. Like when you like, if you just hear like, I don't know if you're hearing Baby Shambles in a store, but like at the same time, it's like if you're like passing by it, you're like, oh, that's the fucking, that was the one that like we fucking jammed out to. I remember smoking weed in the car to that song. It's like that's like that one.
Yeah.
So, or I mean, there's not one song when you were smoking weed in the car. You wouldn't just play one over and over. When I smoked weed, I listened to one song.
Just a CD with one song on it on repeat.
It's got to be a CD.
Really, really like this one.
Absolutely.
I
It's an EP.
I feel like in those formative years, the Harvey days, Babcock, when he'd be driving and smoking weed or something, it would typically be the same song. There'd be
Of course.
He was like out of a cartoon. Like he always pulled up to the same shit. Dude, you know what that kid loved is that Big D song. The LAX.
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
you'd get ripped out of his mind, and you knew that was coming on, and he'd just run around screaming it in everyone's face.
Could you give me a sample of it?
No, yeah.
You got this. Hey, I don't want to put you on the spot, but
No, that we'd have to have Ryan here. for
Yeah,
that one.
he needs ample running space.
okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
And like at least 18 shots of like green
Right.
liquor.
Hey man, I feel that. It's music. Music, it's a time and place thing. It's like certain songs in a certain situation. You're just like, well, I'm willing to do anything right now. I'll jump off a cliff into a big ball of pits, or big pit of balls. Not ball of pits.
Like armpits, just
Ball of piss. Bowl.
like an amalgamation of fucking armpits.
Just fucking swan diving
tons
into a
of
bowl
armpits.
of piss. Nah, but
That's not what you do on your weekends.
legend has it I was born to Fields of Gold
Ooh,
by Sting.
you were
Wow.
like
Ask
it was
my
playing.
mom. It's well documented.
Ooh, shit,
As legend has it.
dude, you were a Sting baby.
But
That's amazing.
That's on it. It
No.
explains a lot, to be fair.
Wait, so your mother's in the hospital room and somebody comes in and pulls out the record and puts on Fields of Gold.
Dude, it's gotta be a
You were
record.
just-
Yeah,
or
man,
you were
and
conceived
little,
of Fields of
little
Gold.
ginger baby popped on, and it was from what
Yeah.
I understand, it was a beautiful moment. I don't
Right.
recall, but
Was it like the transitional period of the song? Like, was it like, did you come out on like the intro of that song, but like you were being born to
don't know.
the one song before that on the album?
I haven't heard it since, so
Yeah.
I don't. I'm not sure.
It's tough to ask these questions when you haven't asked these questions, so we'll have you back. We'll have to ask.
True.
We have to have you go to get a. Well, I'll give you a list of questions, and then you report. It's like a book report. I'll give you a book report on yourself. The information about yourself you don't know. But you know, whatever.
Oh man, that sounds terrifying.
It's like a.
That sounds like a nightmare.
No, I love opening that can of worms.
You
and
gotta,
maybe
at some
never
point.
coming back to something that you've previously perceived as yourself.
Yeah, no.
Might never be the same.
What is yourself?
Yeah.
Who are we?
What is the self?
What is?
Yeah.
What is? Let's just end it there.
Yeah.
Can you add some like Confucius like
Yeah, dude.
imagery in here?
I mean, I can. Who are we? What is us?
We're getting transcendent
Yeah,
tonight.
as soon as that last like snare hits, like Napoleon walks in or something. I don't know.
It's a groovy
The
existential crisis. dude.
Sawed-off shotgun to start.
Yeah.
No, fuck that. Anyways,
No, now you.
I don't know, man.
So you were born.
I don't know.
To Sting.
I didn't like.
Continue.
Like I do remember riding around with my mom. Yeah, like she liked contemporary stuff at the time. I mean, it was
Sting,
like
obviously.
90s. Yeah. It was,
U2
Born to That and
probably.
shit. That was, you know what I mean?
Does she have a Bono?
Alanis Morissette, dude.
Ooh, of course.
That shit ripped.
Yeah.
She did, like, my mom, even, like, a lot of stuff, maybe not was in her age range, but, like, the Pumpkins, first introduced me to them.
Specifically
back
the
at the
ones that were
time,
smashed?
Huh?
The
Yeah.
ones that were smashed?
Yeah.
Okay. The smashing ones?
I don't know. I remember as being a little kid, she had a Bare Naked Ladies tape, and I was like
Oh, dude,
6, 7. You know, I mean, I don't know, like, going to the deck.
Dude, $1 million.
yeah.
The shit.
If I had $1 million,
Yeah,
it's an
like,
early favorite song
That's
of mine.
one of those songs that it's fucked me up in a way. Anytime I'm about to say it's been,
Yeah, it's Brian.
I like I have
Yeah,
to
yeah.
stop myself and yeah.
The Friends
Every
theme
time,
song.
every time I say I got one hand in my pocket, I can't.
There's the Star Trek Enterprise
That's it.
theme that has
Oh.
it's been.
X-Files theme, dude.
Oh yeah,
Mm.
And my mom put me into,
Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
my mom
Or
put
is
me
that
into,
that's Twilight Zone?
yeah.
X-Files too. That's a TV show.
X Files?
Oh,
yeah, we
yes.
can't talk about those on
We're
here.
not allowed to do that. But
It's
no, I don't know.
exclusively a music podcast only.
My dad's a big Jackson Brown guy.
Okay, hell yeah. Seen him at a lot of thrift stores.
Glenn Fry and like that kind of stuff.
Ooh.
Yeah. And of course, the classic. You know,
Yeah,
like
Pop's the big singer songwriter guy.
you might not hear it in like Past Out's particular sound, but yeah, Dylan and the Stones and like that kind of stuff. And then the more like pop punk, skate punk stuff in the teenage years, stuff like that.
We did a lot
And,
of Operation
like, a lot-
Ivy.
Yeah, like a lot of ska stuff. For a
Hell
while.
yeah, dude.
Was really diving into like it was post LimeWire, but still diving into like torrents and finding weird bands and
Yep.
catalogs and
I'm sure you can find a lot of good demos and just like random like I recorded this and it's just like someone found it on my hard drive that was like hacked into my library.
Yeah.
Like that's like all the cool shit that was like in those kind of corners of the internet.
for sure.
Yeah.
And it's really hard to find those now because there's just so much shit online. And the algorithm stuff is like everything's fucked. So at
Yeah.
a certain sense, it is like I'm going back to physical media, like how you guys are doing
Yeah.
like the cassettes and like I feel like it's a return to that because it's like, well, I need to slim down what I can allow myself to listen to because there's just so many choices.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Cassettes
Stuff.
are very practical for me because I have a 95 Honda Accord.
Nice.
So
I was gonna.
like
that's another
pop
question.
them right in. It's not just like a commodity.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Do you
they're
have the
very valuable.
auxiliary too, or is it
I
just
do got
cassettes?
the tape with the
Yeah.
with the wire. Those always break in like a week though.
Mm-hmm.
It sucks.
You gotta order 5 at a time
Yeah,
and
right.
just like swap them out.
And they're harder to find. Before you could walk in any,
It's true.
you know,
Get
like
Amazon it.
Walgreens or any drugstore,
Yeah.
and they had them. It's so outdated. Like you gotta.
Just that the material element is so critical and important to me to like having a lasting impact about what I just listened to. Like I listen to a song on Spotify, I think for like 30 seconds, oh, this sounds really cool, and then I think about, oh, they didn't get fucking paid for this, or they made like a fraction of a penny, and then I'll forget about the song that I heard that I thought was cool.
Right. It's like the impermanence
Yeah,
of it.
no
Yeah. It's
doubt.
like it's
Yeah.
not there in front of you, so it's like I'm not gonna hold it in any regard,
Yeah.
or it's gonna take a lot more to hold
For
it.
sure.
And it has to really blow your mind, and then you're like, what? I have to buy this album. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So, but it is, that's like records and stuff. Have you guys always been buying records? And it sounds like your
He has.
families have kind of done that.
Yeah, I definitely, when the first time I moved out, I made sure to snag a couple of my mom's records.
Hell yeah.
And then from there started building my own collection.
It's a rabbit hole.
Well, it's a nice, a sizable record collection.
Nice.
Yeah,
Out of
he's
it.
got a nice record collection. I had a bomb ass CD collection, man, and then those weren't really like worth much anymore. And I was like, I invested so much in this, but again, well, I guess.
I remember.
I mean, you could still use them.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I was kind of, dude, that guy is majestic. He is just like right there.
But yeah, record. No, I got into it like a little bit, definitely with Andy and another friend of mine. Later on, like around like 20 or so, and like I've got some stuff. I've been meaning to get more, like just back into it again for sure recently.
Yeah,
'Cause
man.
it's awesome. Yeah, having an actual record. And
Well,
the
plus it's
sound.
not just records. It's like like the poster that comes with it, or like stickers, or like it's like a whole like. Sometimes it comes with a little booklet, and you're just like, oh, I can like mess around with this as I listen
What's
to
the-
it. And
The last record you bought.
The last
I think we might have the
are
same.
you interviewing him or?
I think we might have the same.
Wait, what was it? I did buy one recently. Well, I did buy the Hamiltons.
Oh.
Dracula Invitational, John Toohill. That dude rips. He's Buffalo, and he's
Shout out.
out of his mind.
Yeah.
Local.
No one quite like John.
That vinyl is like like transparent neon green. And when you said coming with stuff, like it comes with a letter. It was literally the Dracula Invitational. So like when it came out,
Fuck yeah.
it was like, well, how would it come out? It was like an invitation to the release show, but if you had the record, how could you get the invitation? I'm thinking about that. But anyways, no, we went above and beyond. There's like a short story in there. It's super
Yeah.
cool. The last record I bought, you
Yes.
were at that show, Elguera.
Oh.
That band
you
from
guys-
Spain, from Barcelona.
Yeah, dude.
I had to get that record.
Dude, you are smart. I probably should have, because that was fucking.
That was so
whoa.
cool.
Like that performance itself, like shout out Clump. That was the fucking. They
Yeah,
had him
yeah.
on. Oh my god, man, that band, shit.
And again,
The
like,
energy.
yeah. As far as taste too, going from like the teenage years, then I got more like that's more of a maybe hardcore OG punk, but like
Yeah.
got more into garage and like gritty rock and roll and stuff. And then
Right.
like now I'd say I'm like post music, to be honest.
Your past music. You don't need it anymore.
I just listen to like talk AM radio or
Yeah.
silence when I'm driving.
Yeah, I
It's
like
weird.
the
Dude, I listen
nothingness
to
at the end of a
silence.
song.
It's yeah. I'm post music.
I love
now.
when they accidentally render out too much of the export, and then there's just that like big block at the
Yeah,
end.
I want the tail end.
Have you ever
That's all
listened
I
to AM Coast to Coast
Coast to coast.
by yourself in the
No.
pitch black? You should. I suggest that to
AM.
everybody.
AM is a
That's
band.
where it's at.
Or AM radio. Coast to coast.
AM, yeah, AM.
Oh,
so it's
okay.
like, what is it, AM 93? I don't know what it is. I forgot. But
Yeah, call Levi. He would know.
yeah. And
Levi.
speaking of which, yeah, Levi, give Evil Things a shout out. I was talking about gritty garage rock and roll. Evil Things are awesome. This man plays drums in it, and
Fuck yeah.
yeah, that's the
Yeah.
style of stuff that's
Yeah, that was
Can really
my
getting
second
going.
band that I was ever in, where we came back this year after almost 10 years.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what was the name again? I was turning on your
it's-
stock footage again.
Oh shit.
It turned off. I had to turn it back on.
We're
You got
matching now.
water now.
It's we're called The Evil Things.
The evil thing.
You were at that show too, weren't you?
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
Wait, which one?
Yeah, you were there
Which
one
one?
day.
At Duende?
Levi's the little
Oh.
dude who works
Yes.
there. Yeah.
Oh, right. I
Yeah.
do, yes. He's not little. I mean, he's a solid guy. I wouldn't put him down like that. Levi, shout out.
Presence, he's a mammoth figure.
Yeah.
for sure.
It's true.
I,
For sure.
His big energy.
I mean,
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
is it BDE? Does that you got that BDE?
yeah. I love his shit. All right, that's what I'm saying.
Good. Good. You better. But no, okay. Let's do a quick how you got into playing your instruments. So I know you're a drummer man and you're a guitar man, and now you also write lyrics, so that's an instrument sort of. Your voice, and I don't know what you do other than bass and guitar.
Well, again, I mean, I would say
You play the air conditioner pretty well.
I wasn't there that night. I don't understand. You guys keep talking about this air conditioner shit. No, but bring it back. I guess that's the first song we played together, but it was the same summer. Yeah, he always played drums and do anything. Again, my pops actually tried to get a guitar in my hand sooner, and I didn't want anything to do with it. I was just skateboarding, swimming, but the same summer, I want to say it was summer 07. Yeah, it was like acoustic guitar. I didn't think it was cool.
Yeah.
And
No,
now
acoustic
acoustic
is
guitar is my favorite
Right.
instrument, out of honestly anything.
Dude,
But-
you circle back hard.
But,
with your parents' shit. It's
yeah,
like
yeah.
fuck you. You were right. You piece of
So the same summer we picked up a guitar together. I'd say it was summer 07. And this dude ran with it. It just didn't leave his hands, and he started doing it. And
Nice.
with Buds and Lockport. And
And you guys were obviously like buds, like tight buds at that time. And it
oh
was
yeah,
just
yeah,
like
we
Yeah.
grew up together.
Yeah.
okay, so yeah. Nice.
hockey and music and skateboarding.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think
Right.
that's what brought us together, which is still what keeps
Yeah.
really. So,
Yeah,
man.
and we are still in high school, and that is, and me
Yeah.
as well. Look at me,
This is
fucking
the-
look at this.
Yeah.
We're all just we're claiming our
neighborhood.
youth. That's what it is.
Yeah, man. It's
But-
special, man.
For sure, for sure. And what, like, live performance wise, what was like the first time getting on stage? Well, also quick with drumming. What? So your guitar in your hands in 7th grade,
Mhm.
but where'd the drums come in and lyrics?
You know, a little bit around the same time. It was actually kind of before with drums. I had a drum kit at my dad's house,
Oh,
and I
nice.
would, put on his, 80s records, The Cure and New Order, play along to those, and I liked playing along to jazz
Mhm.
because I could not actually play. I could just do whatever the fuck I wanted because
Right.
it's jazz,
Yeah.
you know.
And it's I like how you picked like two bands that play like very violently fast music as well to start with.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm just gonna just jump right in this.
I
Like,
had a
we
lot
don't
of-
need a 60 BPM.
No, I had a lot of
I
energy.
need 110 at least.
Yeah.
So
180.
yeah, please 180.
Yeah, so I
I
might
love
have been
it.
like 13 or 14.
Sweet.
And then, yeah, Jake had this Fender acoustic guitar.
R.I.P.
Yeah, R.I.P. And
Was it smashed in a Clash-esque fashion?
It's an unsolved mystery.
there's a picture somewhere out in the digital ether of me in my mother's basement wearing a Clash T-shirt, a fucking handle of Barton's vodka, and holding that guitar.
Amazing.
Dude, there's one of me from the basement too.
Man,
And I got like a DVS hoodie
Yeah.
and like the guitar and like I look like a
It's almost
complete
like
idiot.
It's
but
like evidence now.
the guitar looks so sick and I just look like such a jerk.
Yeah.
But we were playing it down there.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, you got to start somewhere.
Learning C and F chords,
Yep.
and like
Yeah.
just then switching it to an F and a C.
Wonderwall and Fuck Forever and shit.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
No,
I
but
mean, that's all you need.
Margaritaville.
All you need to learn is enough. You just need to learn enough. Not you don't. It's what is progression? It's about getting women and fucking and money. And if you're gay, fucking dudes, or if you're gay and a woman, fucking women as well, but not in the way that guys would fuck. All right, let's just go back to you guys.
if you're asexual, it's cool too.
Yeah, you don't have to fuck. You just make a lot of money and then have friends.
I mean,
It's cool too.
I more like to think of these things as like, a nexus through which we can discuss and think about things that would be transformative, not only in our lives, but other people's lives.
Mhm.
I wasn't listening to what you were saying. I just saw that Dylan fucking Larkin scored a goal.
Yeah,
So
that's good.
I thought I'd
Absolutely.
come out. I thought I'd come out with some like prophetic shit.
I mean, I love it. You said Nexus. When you said Nexus, I was like, this guy, he's about to blow my mind right now. Which also, it leads me into, you have a great vocabulary. I think you like the words that you use in songs, if I were to say so myself, are very like these are SAT words, a lot of them. So I wanna ask where do you find like inspiration in lyrics? Because you're like you get a little sad sometimes, you get a little introspective sometimes. So it's like, give me your spiel. Where does that come from? You bitch. I'm just kidding.
Damn.
Remember when I first started?
It was a loving turn.
For,
Comedy, right?
First started writing songs. I was listening to these what was influencing me at the time was obviously like listening to a lot of Bob Dylan, who could fit so many words into three, structure of three chords, but also listening to like Saves the Day, some of the early Saves the Day records that are like cheeky and poppy and punky, and taking that formula, but also like listening to like Conor Oberst and Bright Eyes and
Hell yeah.
the
Shout
words he
out.
uses, and
The only other good Connor to exist. All the other
Connor
all-
McDavid's pretty cool.
Oh,
I mean,
God,
he's
yeah.
fine.
McDavid.
He's just like, I hate people that are too good too early. Like, I want you to be an underdog and then be good.
You're still at the top.
That's
Connor Bedard.
thanks.
Yeah.
I'm the tallest Connor probably that I know of.
I guess that's all, like when I first started writing songs. Those are like the things that the people I was listening to the most that had an influence from the get go on how I thought about songs
Right.
and songwriting. And I think that it's still like there's still like a thoroughfare to like what I'm writing now, what I've written
Yeah.
in the past.
No, for sure. Well, and it's all like, it's getting it out.
Yeah.
So a lot of the times it is like, it's hard for me to ask that coming from like, because I do write stuff and I try and do things, but it is like, when it does work, it is just like how'd you do that? I'm just like, I don't know, I sat down.
Yeah.
And it's just like, yeah, I needed to put this, I had an idea and it just like worked.
Yeah.
And it just like kept going with it.
It
So
was always like
if it's the same thing, that's kind of where I'm coming from leveling wise.
Yeah, I think I was writing songs like as if I was writing them from the perspectives of the people I cared about, while also like trying to, have it somehow speak to what, I was dealing with. And some point along the, the line here, it's just blurred completely. Like, start writing a song, I don't know who or what I'm writing it about. It's sort of like organically comes out.
And that's almost the best, because then you aren't like preconceived, like with like hurting anyone's feelings, or like, are they going to know that this is about them or whatever. And it's like, it's more or less, you're less worried about the effects of the song, and you're more just worried about like getting it on paper.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's nice to have that creative freedom. And that's what I feel like a lot of people look for, that where it's like to get to a point to be like, oh, I make a song about whatever. Like I just like sit down and make a song.
Yeah. Like
So
the three songs on our most recent EP, Well Enough for Now, like those are
which
written.
you can stream on all platforms and purchase physical copies more than likely.
Yeah, we got cassettes in the trunk of the Honda.
We got cassette. I'll take
Okay.
one. I'll pay for it. I have $5 cash.
It's the exact price.
Yeah.
Well,
We
I
like-
might not have it for long then.
we like the give us what you got model.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Of transaction.
We're definitely in this for the money, just so everybody knows.
Yeah. That's what it seems like.
As you can tell.
No, those three songs were written about like a very particular situation, and involving a particular person's choices that spilled into our lives. And definitely had like a cascading effect that took a long time to like reconcile. So that's just an instance of like actually like it almost like and looking at something and trying to like narrate a history through the songs.
It's like just processing, some form of processing, because it is like you can't just like sit there with feelings. Sometimes it is like a whole thing of like, well, this I got to do something rather than just like watch another TV show. So it's like like getting the energy out is very big. And like, I mean, I feel like it's like the same thing with like working out. Like it's like making music is like emotionally like fucking doing push-ups, where you're just like, that line said exactly what I am thinking. And now it's like a thing that I can like, I own it.
Yeah.
So you kind of like, well, now I'm like proud that I felt this way. Because if I didn't feel this way, I wouldn't have made this fucking cool ass track. I'm fucking cool now. Validation. That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
What about you? Do you write? You put songs down? Are you a poetry man?
I fuck around. You know
Fuck
what I
yeah.
mean? I fuck around a little bit.
You got. I like your texts. Both of you have very fun ways of communicating. That's a lot of people are very short and just like, let me get the correct number of words, and then you guys are just like, I'll just say whatever.
I don't know, man.
The group chat is great. Let's a quick shout out to everyone in the group chat.
I've got some songs that have been sitting around for a long time. As for writing them, it's all different ways. I find a lot of times I like to go off the top of my head.
Right.
I might have a progression, and then I might just like throw on a recorder and then just go off the top of my head. If the feeling is right in that moment, then I can capture it and then maybe touch it up later. That's kind of maybe what I do. Or sometimes, I don't know, you might have some words sitting around that you then put, like, you don't know where they fit, or it might not even be a song. It might just be some random bullshit, and then it's infinite how you can write anything. You know,
I mean, I'm sure it comes like, it's hard to ask the question of like how you write songs, because it's like the way that I wrote the last one may not be the way I write the next one.
Yeah,
So
and
I get that. Yeah. I'm a terrible interviewer. You could just tell me that.
but no, yeah. However
I
it works.
feel you.
However it works for you. You know, if it's real and honest, I think that's good. If it's meant to be fun, that's great. I mean, if you're achieving some kind of feeling, if it doesn't suck, that's good. I think.
I think a lot of it is just not being bored by what you're making, and like if you find it entertaining, generally it's like, well, there's probably people like you in the world, so if you're hitting your fucking spot, like just shove it out there and just be like, hopefully someone else's spot is hit by this. But we'll see.
Sounds like such a violent process.
What? Like making music?
No, it's just this way of like, I like it. I think it's cool. So there's got to be some other person who thinks it's cool. Like I do. Let me just fucking throw it at him and throw it into the world.
You got it. Well, because that's...
If it hits him, it hits him. Hits him where it hurts.
Because if you leak it, no one will see it. That's the thing. You got to fucking toss that shit in the ocean. Get a ripple effect going.
Dude.
You gotta have like I've noticed
the
this
people
with
going.
a lot of people. I think you gotta have good friends that are gonna keep it real with you.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
You know what I mean? Because a lot of people might get gassed up, and you could find yourself in a terrible situation.
Yeah.
If they're just blowing smoke up your ass, you don't want that.
100%. But I feel like a lot of people do, like when their friends do blow smoke up their ass, they can tell. Like the people that are good enough, a lot of the times, or like will become good enough. Like they don't take that as like their opinion matters more than theirs.
Yeah.
And it's like that validation is nice. Wow, I'm glad that you do like me. I am terrible at this, so I'm gonna get better. And it's like that's the way you progress, rather than like 2 summers in, you're just like, I'm gonna fucking make so much money doing this. So it's like, I don't know. At a certain point, it is also like if you're not making any progress, you kind of should just like check what you're doing.
It's all what it means to you, you know.
And it's and if
It might just be
what is progress?
Maybe
Yeah,
maybe
so
other
you're-
people won't like it.
If you like it, that's why I'm saying like your audience, you are the only audience that matters because you're the first one to hear it, and you're the only one that gets to decide whether you're like anyone else hears it.
So you're taking more of like a teleological approach to this. Like there's some sort of
I'm gonna need you to define teleological
like
real quick.
move progress, like a forward movement in
Okay.
all things. Like things are going towards something. Like events in history are geared towards their eventual end because of
Yeah. I mean,
rather than like a weeds approach, like you pop up sometimes you're good, you go back.
Yeah. No, it
Got it.
depends.
Got it. Okay.
Well, it's everyone's different too.
Yeah.
That's what works for me.
Yeah.
If you disagree with me, please leave a comment. That definitely won't help me in any way. So
They will be reported,
yeah.
and your shit will get blocked.
They will be reported for being too nice and helpful. So be sure to be mean.
Yeah, we're gonna play a song later.
Yeah.
That it's about trying to treat the people you care about better, be a better person for them. Called "Friends Don't Treat Friends Like This," and I'd like you to think about it from through this lens that like if your friends do something that sucks, like tell them that shit sucks.
Yeah. No, you
Because
gotta.
that's important. You need that sort of criticism. Like,
Friends don't treat friends like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
That friends don't keep other friends in the dark about real things that could benefit them,
Yeah.
even if it's hard to say in the moment.
Man, like,
Gotta
I might
rip
get
that
fucking-
Band-Aid off.
I might get mad at you and like never trade you a pick in our fantasy hockey league or something. But to be honest.
I mean, it's every action has an equal and opposite reaction.
Hell yeah,
So
buddy.
I'm not going to say that you're completely wrong in this, but I will also say Martin Luther King and Gandhi and all those guys, they were like, forgiveness is cool, so you make your decision what you want to do.
Yeah.
So if you wanna,
There are consequences to
I'm gonna
your
hold on to that
actions.
shit forever.
People need to understand there are consequences. Not enough people are facing consequences these days. It's
True.
a big thing. Well, let's not get off topic now, but
we need more consequences in this world.
Yeah.
There's too many things going well for people. But okay, so real quick before we do our musical performance, because we are getting there, we're about there. Let's do a quick overview of the band because we didn't before. So give me how the band. I know it was initially you guys, and then other people came
Dom
on.
was OG.
Dom was also OG.
Two of us
Okay,
and Dom.
Dom was there. Did Dom go to Niagara Wheatfield? I don't remember. I think
Catholic.
he was there.
Niagara Catholic, I think.
Oh, he went to Catholic.
He's a couple years younger than us.
Yeah.
Yes.
I should be closer.
Is he no, you're good. I turned. It's fine.
Gotcha.
Post is everything. I think I've been scratchy this whole time. Comment if you want us to change shit. Just comment. But, no. So, Dom, Niagara Catholic. I'll let you guys talk. Fucking, I keep interrupting. Origins. Band origins.
Jake and I had always wanted to put a fucking punk band together. We had, for the longest time, putting a punk band together. And I was on a solo tour in the Midwest. I was at Roz Talks in Rock Island, Illinois. One of the coolest places I've ever been to that had a very huge impact on me.
Hell yeah. Shout out.
And yeah, Ben and his mother Missy, who was a very kind person. And I think Jeff Rosenstock was playing that night. And I came outside and I called Jake and I was like, dude, we're putting that fucking punk band together. And before that, I had actually like been playing songs with Dom. Dom and I wrote like the first Passed Out song in
Nice.
my mother's living room, called "I Don't Want to Be a Shithead."
Oh, isn't that
Yeah, Passed Out was
That's a
supposed to be
beautiful
like
name.
it was supposed to be the outlet for like my songs that because I had a solo project that was just very like introspective and heartfelt, sad songs and but then I was also writing songs that were like goofy Mark, Tom, and Travis show shit,
Right.
and that just did not fit. So Passed Out was supposed to be that, and again like the blurring of these like songwriting methodologies and stuff. Like it's Passed Out turned into like the most serious project.
Yeah, man, we're lifers, dude.
Yeah, I called him that night and take the pass. I just passed it to you on the goal line.
Hell yeah, dude.
Well, that also brings
So
back
just,
to
it sort of happens.
one
So
of your
it's
earlier
like,
questions of the instruments or whatever. He called me that night and said, hey, we're going to start that band. And I was like, oh, shit, all right. And he's like, but here's the catch. You're playing bass. And I was like, oh, shit. Like, I had a bass in my hand a couple times, fucking around or whatever. But I was
Yeah.
like, all right. Like, I have a pretty arbitrary style
Yeah.
of playing acoustic. I'm sloppy and pretty wild, and this and that. So,
raw.
yeah,
Natural.
and just I'm not a very complex player, and like so the bass just I remember it feeling
You're
so
a Wonderwall guy.
So I didn't even have my own bass for like the first year we had the band. Shout out Nicole.
Shout out. Hey.
And then it just felt so awkward and big and just weird and just horrible. But now it feels great. It feels awesome.
You look very naturalistic
Well,
when
thank
you're
you.
using it.
Yeah, it took a little time.
I'm sure it's just it's effort, time and effort,
Think,
comfortability.
Was it Dan, our original drummer? We'd been playing some shit. Like I was when I was with Pine Fever and doing the solo project stuff. We had played shows with Dan when he was in Tiny Rhymes and Folk Faces, which he's still in. And he had we would talk about punk and obviously had a similar interest there. And then he had a Deport Conor Oberst shirt on the one time. And it's like, dude, we're putting this band together. Like we need, and brought Dan in.
Yeah,
Nice.
Dan's a hell of a guy.
Yeah.
Dan Schwach.
Yeah, man.
Shout
I
out.
love Dan.
Love
It's a
Dan.
Schmidoff. Yeah, no, love Dan. He's
Hell yeah.
broke the mold when they made that dude.
Did he like go to the same school as you guys? Was it like a
No,
thing or?
I met Dan, while being in Pine Fever and playing with Folk Faces,
Oh
and
yeah.
we had like first started to like get to know each other at Dreamland on the stairs at Dreamland.
Okay.
Was when a very cool space that's unfortunately not around anymore.
And then, not to, if there's a story here that's too long, but if like what took him out and put Joe, the current drummer, if it's too harsh,
Dan
we
was
don't
given
got
a choice and he chose, and
He chose wrong.
He had a lot going on.
Yeah, he had a lot going
There was
on.
a lot going on.
Yeah.
He got married. He was in a bunch of bands. Personal things and just
happens.
Sadly, was that
Yeah.
it was that time.
So
But
Yeah,
arguably,
we
if it
always
didn't
like-
happen, the
And,
music videos, Joe's bringing me,
yeah,
I'm
right.
in this passed out thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking what's up, dude?
Oh, we love Joe.
Yeah,
We
we
couldn't
had,
be
we had
happier to play
Tyler
with
in there
Joe.
too.
Yeah, Tyler kind of filled the gap in between.
Hell yeah.
Dead Wolf, shout out.
Mm-hmm.
And we love Tyler. Everybody's cool. Like, everyone's awesome. It's not one of those things. Like, I don't know. We just don't approach music that way, or I think friendships.
Yeah.
It's tough when it's like a job is when it becomes like harder thing because you have to like schedule time around it, and it's like I love hanging out with buddies, but it's like if it's like a thing where like I gotta fucking do laundry and go to school and do all these things, and it's like, well, do I have time to play in this band and this band and this band? Like it's like you just like fill your plate.
It should just be natural and organic.
Yeah.
And if it's ever not that, then don't do it.
Right. Right.
I have like
Them's the breaks.
a major counter to all that because I'm currently forcing absolutely everything I do to fit it in with.
That's you, dude. You have the choice. You wake up every day.
I actively choose that every day.
You're like, I would like this.
Yeah.
And if you don't, you have the power to be like, fuck this.
Yeah.
And just like, if you want to just like move tomorrow, dude, who cares? You know, like some people would be like, no, he's gone. But at the end of the day, it's like, well, if he's doing what he wants to do, good.
We had a friend do that and he lost his fucking mind.
I mean, it's tough. Because it is, you get live and learn, but it's also like, it's a balance. Because it's not, there's no 100% in anything. So.
And then when you get on the liquor, dude.
Just
Forget
about it.
Yeah.
I mean, when
Drugs
you're.
are bad.
Yeah, liquor.
Yeah. Stimulants are bad with sometimes, but coffee is generally productive. But like when it is like a depressant thing, it's like constant. It is like, fuck. It's a tricky wheel. But hey,
I wouldn't know about any of that.
No, that's it. Hey, it's literally a personality thing where it's like we enjoy music that pretty much does the same thing, but just like without you have to ingesting anything. So it's like music is fully just drugs because it's like, I don't know.
Have you ever done drugs?
Yeah. Okay. You ever listen to fucking a good song?
Singles or even fucking full length records that are like digestible.
Yeah.
Like a fucking tab, you put it on your tongue and then
like-
in your bloodstream, and then the song
One you don't
songs
skip.
play.
That would be amazing.
internally.
Oh wait, I thought we were talking about something else. I thought you were gonna say
You're saying acid
bring it back
albums?
to.
Acid albums,
Yeah.
dude.
I thought you were gonna say music. I was thinking because we were talking about music. Kind of a side note. I thought this is what you were getting at. Records that don't have a skippable track.
Yeah. Those are drugs, is what you're saying?
No. I was just because we're
Just in
talking about
general?
music, and
Do
I
you
was
have-
thinking of some.
Do you have a record without skippable tracks?
Oh man.
Well,
Off top.
I always got to shout out Blue Album. Weezer
Dude,
does
it's
not have
so
it. That
good.
is like just.
I have it in my car right
and
now.
the time
on
it came
CD.
out, like
That's a good. Yeah. That's,
because like grunge shit, like fuck
Yeah.
that, and like that came out, and it was like whoa, like '94, like whoa. But also, what else is in a skippable track? I really do love, and this is gonna be funny too, as bass, because acoustic basses should be just like burned and destroyed from the earth. I'm sorry if like you say your uncle played one and it's like endearing to you, whoever, you know.
Yeah.
Don't care.
In the Renaissance
they should
fair.
be banished. But that being said,
is a good Renaissance fair.
paradoxical because one of my favorite albums is the Violent Femmes original record, and that's where like for kind of more maybe things I write definitely get like inspiration from that. It's
Right.
sloppy, it's fun.
Is that the banana one? The one with the banana on it?
No, that's
Or is that no
I'm talking
Velvet,
about
Underground? I'm stupid.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
They both have V's in 2 words. So
Yeah. No, it's the and the.
but yeah, and yeah, Violent Femmes was '83, which is just always seems like a weird year to me. 1983, you know.
That's-
you hear about '82 and '84, like '83. It's like fuck.
I mean, that's Miami Vice.
Did that even really like?
Miami Vice was 83,
But anyway,
I believe.
it's got the little girl on the front. She's like looking in a window. But no, yeah, that's a classic.
Hell yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, you gotta love fucking. I mean, I feel bad saying this, but like the currents, like Tame Impala, like to certain albums, like contemporarily, I would say I have more, right? Because I have like, I don't know, there's certain songs on like older albums that like I need full patience for a lot of the time, and it's just like, it's like watching old movies where you're just like, whoa, man. Like I love Pink Floyd, and I love fucking Metal is a fantastic album, but there's some parts where I'm just like, if I'm not on drugs, what am I doing? Why am I sitting here listening to this? Like it's relaxing, sort of, but sometimes it's just like I'm uncomfortable. These are just sounds that are making me uncomfortable because that's what they want.
Yeah.
But why would I put this on? Why would I enjoy to be uncomfortable? It's a whole
What's
thing.
that Lou Reed album that's just like noises?
Oh yeah.
Fucking something, whatever the fuck it is.
I mean, it's probably decent, at least. But let's
just
take a little
sounds.
break. We'll get you guys. Actually, real quick, let's do a quick plug for the Baby Blue music video that we put together for you guys. The Ultrabird team and the Passed Out team, Worlds Collided. We made a music video. Shout out Rapids Bowling Alley, Niagara Falls, New York. And yeah, if you haven't seen that already, go watch it. But first, Passed Out playing the songs in a second.
Can we
Alright.
get some of the sound effects?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
One more?
Yeah.
God Gotta love it.
An unsatiable thirst for that shit.
All right.
But it's getting close.
And honestly, we gotta have one more because this is the final.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good. Good.
The human has been neutralized.
Woo!
We'll be right back.
And we're back.
David Backus.
Yes, David Backus.
Can you guys come closer to the mics?
Oh,
They
yeah.
articulate. You can move them. You guys have guitars now. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Where'd you get those?
They just
This?
appeared.
A
here.
friend, a friend gave this to me.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like that. I'm glad you're using it because sometimes people
Yeah.
don't use the gifts their friends give them, and friends don't treat friends like that.
Oh.
So-
Whoa.
Wow.
I think that you guys should maybe say something about that if you want. I don't know if that was your first song. I tried to.
It was almost.
No,
going to
that
be,
was
but
Okay,
that was
no,
a
you're
perfect
fine.
plug. However misallocated it was.
Yeah.
The song that we are gonna play is called Misallocated. Yeah.
Gotta love it. Misallocated. Find it on
No,
the Good Sounds right now. You
Yeah.
can't find it anywhere.
unreleased.
a couple people have it on a 7-inch record that
yeah,
we
right.
recorded in Brooklyn. Those are very personal.
You have to come to
Yeah.
a show to hear it.
Yeah.
Which, speaking of which, our next show is this Saturday, the 29th,
This Saturday, catch them
at
at.
Gallow Coal Fire Kitchen. It's a Halloween show.
Hell yeah.
It's gonna be awesome. There's no cover, and it's early, so it's family friendly, which is different for us.
Except for the cover I'm wearing over my naked body.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be
Except
a-
for the extreme nudity that
Bed
is
sheet.
in every passed out show, it is family friendly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Minus that.
early, no cover, and Lewiston. All different kind of realms, I guess.
Yep.
Maybe I don't know.
Yeah, I don't just like hearing that triumvirate. I hate that. I don't like that.
Yeah.
no.
I want late. I want it to cost
Yeah,
a lot.
yeah.
What would we become?
Shit.
And two there, not just passed out, but you'll hear other musical stylings, including Peter Hewer and Jacob Nicholson and Chris Borgatti and probably other people.
Sways is playing.
Sways.
They're an NF bass band. Yeah, they
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta love a ripper. All right,
yeah.
so misallocated, passed out.
The song's for John Rogers.
You got it.
Yeah.
Go for it whenever you're ready.
The privilege of being in your presence and sharing space and making up for time misallocated. Misallocated. 4 months away, meandering with Gus and narcoleptic next generation nights misallocated. Misallocated. While I frequent in darkness and drown in solipsism, yet another Saturday night has bled into Sunday morning, and no doubt you'll remind me that I fucked up yet again, so predictably misallocated. Misallocated. Maybe you will walk into the room. I'll have a sudden revelation, though the moment's past. Misallocated. Misallocated. Maybe you'll look perplexed, just like you've seen a ghost. Maybe I'll change my ways, though that ship's set sail long ago. While I frequent in darkness and drown in my own bullshit, the
people I care for are consumed in the vacuum, and somewhere out in the ether, the person you fell in love with lives on still. Misallocated. Misallocated.
Woo!
Cowabunga.
I had to turn my mic back up. I had to, because you guys were playing so loud and good. No, that was great. Fantastic. Good job.
Thanks.
Proud of you.
Yay.
All right, now for your second song, Passed Out. We are here on the Good Sounds, live and direct. Actually not, this is pre-recorded. But they're here in studio, and they're going to play another song. What's the next song? The one that I've teed up before?
Yes.
Friends. Don't treat friends like this.
Yeah.
But it's also known as Friends.
Yes.
Is it just Friends?
Yeah. Ellipsis.
Well, we had
Friends Ellipses. Oh, I just hit the mic. I was so excited.
Nice. Well, there was one
Trick that thing like Zach Cashian, baby.
drunk friends taking care of drunker friends.
Yeah.
I
And
like
there was
that.
Friends don't treat friends like this, but then we haven't played drunk friends in a very long. That was always drunk friends, and then this is just friends.
Yeah, I like write. I have a lot of them have like long titles, big words, and then we speak of them in this just one word.
Yeah, I think
Singular.
it could throw myself and Dom, and then we've had a couple drummers, and we'd be like, wait, what the fuck?
Which songs are we
But
playing?
we get
I
it.
forgot. Wait, this is our set list? Did we play these
It's
songs?
just 8 different songs that all have friends in the title, and they just go by friend.
I see. All right. Well, take it away
Go.
whenever you're ready.
You fragile wildflower, you're shaking limbs. Can you read my lips tonight? Coming from the cold, from the dark. Can you read my lips tonight? In contentious times where I retreated to a privileged comfort, this silence expresses everything in general, yet nothing in particular. Does it not seem the least bit absurd? We're talking circles around what we need to say. 'Cause friends don't treat friends like this. 'Cause friends don't treat friends like this. 'Cause friends don't treat friends like this. You fragile wildflower, you shifting sands. We feel this loss in our bones. You found your voice in the one who emboldens it, in the dark and in the light. And I'm complacent as shattered glass, and I just don't feel like myself anymore. We have retreated to our defeated corners that we wish to escape. Does it not seem the least bit absurd. We're talking circles around what we need to say. 'Cause friends don't treat friends like this. 'Cause friends don't treat friends like this. 'Cause friends don't treat friends like this. Does it not seem the least bit absurd? We're talking circles around what we need to say. 'Cause friends don't treat friends like this. 'Cause friends don't treat friends like this. 'Cause friends don't treat friends like this.
Woo!
Connor was ventriloquizing Dom in the back, just fucking ripping.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Noodling.
I was playing the guitar solo in my brain, and it like I heard it, so I thought other people heard it, but I probably not. But no, that was fantastic. I enjoyed that.
Thank you.
You guys are good noodlers yourself. Your noodles. You guys are some good noodles.
If you were going to apply, or what noodle type best, embodies our type of noodle?
Right now?
Like yeah.
Separately or together?
Just individually. Like, am I like a rigatoni noodler?
Honestly, I think so, because that's what my brain first thought, rigatoni, and you just said that. So I think, you could be you could also be maybe a rainbow ziti. I think that's fun.
I would want to
A
be
pasta salad.
fettuccine, but I'm not
Yeah.
that good.
No,
I'm like a fucking.
I could see you as an
Like-
angel hair more than fettuccine.
Oh, that's fire though.
You angel,
Yeah,
you angel
Dom's
baby.
sort of that angel hair.
That's very
thing,
sweet
yeah.
of you. Thank
Yeah.
you, Connor.
No problem. Well, those were two good songs. I hear you have one
Thanks.
more. What is
Yeah.
it?
Um,
Name it.
you gotta fix that shit.
Get off.
Sound check. Tuning break. Oh yeah, I want to point out that you guys have very good banter in the concerts during these moments of in between. So if anyone goes to the shows, you might also expect some laughs, some cries, some cheers,
Yeah.
some pies
Some pies.
to finish the rhyme. There won't be pies, but if there was, it would rhyme.
Yeah, I don't know what pie I would request. Like, if you had the chance, like someone's gonna come throw a pie at you, but you could
Oh, I had to
choose.
pick the pie?
You could pick the pie, but it was gonna happen to you no matter what.
I think I would go a cherry pie.
Damn fine.
For
Cherry pie.
yeah, just for like color and comedic effect, or maybe like a whipped cream, because like I feel like it'll stay when you take it off, and that's funny.
Or like
It has to provide humorous effect. The maximum humor, that's the pot I want.
key lime pie. It's like a fucking Slime Time Live.
Yeah, dude, key lime. Write that. Put that in a song. Key lime pie. Slime time live.
Sounds fine.
You got it.
Good enough.
Yeah.
That's the theme of this
We're good.
podcast is we're good enough.
There was some musician at something I can't remember. It was some stupid interview, but he said, "No matter what you play, just play it in tune, and you have a chance."
Right.
Yeah.
You'll be hitting the correct notes, sort of. You'll be hitting actual notes.
This song is it's called "The Inverse Is True." 'Cause I'm actually not gonna hit any notes.
Which means
We're actually gonna not even play it.
that was the last song.
It's
have to
about
imagine
that the aforementioned that
Yeah.
that I just said it, and this is about how it pertains to absolutely nothing
Yes.
that's ever happened ever.
Absolutely.
This song is called "The Inverse Is True."
Yep.
And this is from
This
an
is
album?
this is from our second EP called "The Aforementioned" and how it pertains to absolutely nothing.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Love a long album title. Do you guys go by acronyms, or you're just like one word?
No,
Or do you just
I
have
want
to say the whole
I
thing?
want to hear it. Yeah.
It's like the presidents of the United States of America.
It's scary to try those harmonies in this environment.
Yeah. I mean, you're killing
We're gonna
it.
try it. If it sucks, we'll cut it.
Because Connor will jump over the table and fucking.
I will.
If it sucks, we cut it.
I'll cut this whole podcast down. 20 minutes.
You display your deepest devotions and how they harken back to your deepest fears of being alone, of being the example. I'm searching for you in crowded rooms, through the silent solace of my solipsistic truths. The paradigms are shifting, the inverse is true. That your love's in the corner, your love is far away. Your love is a concept you're conceptualizing, the aforementioned and how it pertains to absolutely nothing. Your disdain for your distant dreams and how they exacerbate your darkest days of being alone, of being the example. I'm searching for you through empty rooms, through the quiet clutter of my solipsistic truths. The paradigms are shifting, the inverse is true. That your love's in the corner, your love is far away. Your love is a concept you're conceptualizing, the aforementioned and how it pertains to absolutely nothing. Your love's in the corner, your love is far away. Your love is a concept you're conceptualizing, the aforementioned and how it pertains to absolutely nothing.
Wow. What a song. What a guys.
What a guys.
What a guys.
Oh, look at the guys. Oh.
These guys. All right, that was fun. That was good. That was a fun time. I enjoyed that very much. You guys are good at playing guitars.
Thank you, Connor.
And Andy, you're good at singing. I'm just kidding. No, Jake, you did great.
Yeah, those harmonies.
Did it work?
Yeah, no, you hit it.
It's all the effects and stuff.
Yeah, I can throw.
You don't want to hear that shit dry, trust me.
I can put reverb on after.
That brings us back to the studio times.
Water.
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 Wotar. Modar. Ooh. Any noodles? You can't play copyright music or I'll sue you.
Water.
Water.
All right. Well, let's get out of here after we listen to some songs on the Rec Center, which is another thing that we do here, that we recommend music to each other and talk about it. But that's on a different video because YouTube sucks. But hey, thanks for coming, guys. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for listening.
You got it. Thanks for thanks for you for being here.
Yes, thank you.
And if you'd like any more good sounds, feel free to check out last week's episode. This may be the first one back in a while. So if it is, then check out the last one I posted. But if not, hey, do whatever you want. The camera just turned off, so that means that we should be done.
Oh.
All right, at Good Sounds Pod on Instagram, all the things. I think that's it. I'll make blots or whatever on stuff. Do you guys want to promote anything?
Yeah, we're passed out on all those like social things. If you want, I can give you Jake's like address so you can find him and
Yes.
like tell him personally
number,
that
social
something
security
sucked.
number.
You know. Yeah.
I'm at a point in my life where I'm still accepting fan mail.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't reached the point of like fuck that yet. So keep it
Pigeons, like send us a pigeon with your note.
I think
Right.
I've gotten 4.5 pieces of fan mail over the years.
Hell yeah.
So I'd like to at least get double digits here. So
Yeah, fuck yeah.
please.
That's what you want. Well, either way, follow these guys. Passed out on Instagrams, all the things. They got a show October. It's not in September. October 29th. Correct?
That's correct.
That is correct.
Yeah.
October 29th. It is a Saturday, and it is going to be a blast. Come with a costume. It's a Halloween event. If you don't come with a costume, just tell people you're yourself, because that's always fun.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm always pretending to be somebody else the rest of the time.
Because I always wear a mask. I walk around with a mask.
I think to harken back to like the late night and the weird shows inside of our element, it's like we pushed that pretty far. So now we got to do shit like this
Yeah.
to like
Bring
kinda
your
come like
kids.
full. It goes full circle.
Yeah.
It's not linear. It's cyclical. So it comes back to like
Exactly.
this is gonna be weird and it's
It's a challenge, but a welcome to challenge.
Yes.
yeah.
So, all right. If you want to go to that, feel free. If you're in the Buffalo area, if you're not, or you're watching this after it comes out, or they already did it, go fuck yourself. But hey, I still love you. So, all right. I think that's it. Let's just do this other thing, and let's get out of here.
Okay.
Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye. Au revoir. Shoushan.
Oh yeah, he's French Canadian.
One.
Good sound. Sounds good. Good